Hey everyone, welcome to today's podcast. You know, when we started Thrive 25, we thought we'd be talking so much about the incredible medical innovations coming out that are going to change how we think about our lifespan and longevity. I mean, science has barely scratched the surface of harnessing the power of preventive medicine like full body MRIs and new innovations using nanotechnology and AI. But honestly, what we found, the things with the highest ROI are those simple things we not only take for granted, but we just don't do very well. Things like drinking enough water. You know, it's pretty easy to start the day with a cup of coffee and then maybe go a couple hours at work before you realize you're thirsty. Then the same thing happens in the afternoon. Next thing you know, maybe it's been 3 cups of water all day and you're just absolutely dehydrated and don't even realize it. Our body is mostly water. 75% of our brain is water and almost 80% of our heart is water too. And if you think about our blood, obviously mostly water. And if we don't hydrate, the volume of our blood goes down so much that it doesn't flow well and we can't get oxygen and all those other nutrients all over our body. And it's especially true of our brain. Just a 1 to 2% decrease in water can make us dizzy and lightheaded. You know, it's that feeling when you get the head rush when you stand up too quickly and need to regain your balance. Now, that might just be a nuisance right now, but it's a real risk as you get older and have the risk of potentially falling down. But it's not just getting lightheaded. Not drinking enough water actually shrinks our brain. Think about that. Remember, our brain is 3/4 water, and those neurons need water to fire and communicate with each other, so that lack of water will affect our memory, our focus, and our creativity. Now, the other place that really needs water are our kidneys. 20% of our blood is pumped from our heart to our kidneys, and they need that blood to detox our body. And without it, a hormone, vasopressin, tells the kidneys to slow down, and that's why we don't pee as much when we're dehydrated. But it also means we don't get rid of those toxins that built up throughout the day either. And although we're still trying, which is why the color of our pee gets darker, we have more toxins in a less volume of water, and it doesn't work as well. And it doesn't stop there. Our water is present in every cell in our body, and without it, it affects our muscle function and our ability to be active. When we're dehydrated, our body temperature actually goes up and we lose the power to work out and just do the normal activities during the day. So hopefully I've convinced you enough that drinking water is extremely important to our health. Now, how much should we be drinking? Well, the baseline should be 1 cup of water every hour the first 10 hours we're awake. And then you can start to slow down as you get closer to bed so you don't have to get up in the middle of the night. But again, that's just the minimum. Now, as a note, I'm always following short. And if I don't have a huge water bottle on my desk, there's these great bottles with a tracker system to make sure you're getting enough. It seems so simple, but those bottles are actually worth the $20 investment to make sure this becomes a daily habit. Now, how much you need to drink is also based on how much we lose. And we lose water when we pee, we lose it when we sweat, we even lose it when we breathe. Now, the biggest variables to how much we need then is based on how much we lose, is how active we are and how hot it is. There's a great chart that shows how much water to drink based on heat index, which is the combination of temperature and humidity. So what it feels like to us and our activity level. So for example, if the heat index is in the mid 80s and you've been outside for a couple hours, maybe you've been running or just even if you're cutting the grass or gardening, you might need 25 to 30 cups of water. So again, take a look in the show notes. There's a link to this incredible chart. Now, I should point out, many of us drink all day, but we've substituted too many drinks for water. Coffee and tea aren't bad for us. I drink 2 cups of green tea a day, but they don't hydrate us like a tall glass of filtered water. And definitely try to avoid those energy or workout drinks that have either a ton of sugar or artificial sweeteners like sucralose and sugar alcohols. Water is way better than Gatorade. But I get it's sometimes easier to drink with a flavor, and Gatorade is just easier to chug than water after a tough workout. But instead of going for those sugary drinks, try adding some electrolyte packets to your water. Brands like Element have potassium, magnesium, and sodium, which are the carriers to get water into your cells. And honestly, even if you don't want that, you can just add some salt to your water. Now, that leads me to the first thing I do in the morning. I have a cup of hot water with lemon and pink Himalayan sea salt. It's an electrolyte that gets water into our cells when we're so dehydrated after a night of sleep. And the lemon helps me detox my body first thing in the morning. Best part, now I only have 9 cups of water to go. Hopefully this is a good way for you to think about getting enough water every single day for one of the simplest, cheapest, easiest hacks for you to boost your health and your longevity. Thanks so much for listening. If you're enjoying these podcasts, please subscribe on your favorite podcast channel and tell your friends about it. We're getting so many new subscribers in just a few weeks, but we want to tell everyone all of these easy to use quick wins so we can live the best life possible for us and the people we love. Thanks so much. Have a great day.